And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, a real estate and finance expert, and goes to bat for you every day as your consumer advocate. Your host, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again another day, committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around your real estate, credit, finance, marketing, estate planning, tax planning, so much more. You're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, where our number one goals are to entertain, educate, enlighten, but most importantly, we want to engage you to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Now, I want you to pull out your smartphone, save our consumer advocate hotline number in your phone, because at some point you're going to need it. It's 813-917-1894.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-917-1894. And we want you to bookmark our website, realestateradiotampa.com. That's our website, blog site, a plethora of information. That site's a little bit more real estate related there, real estate, credit, mortgage, finance. We also have a second show now called the Consumer Quarterback Show, which is more health, nutrition, lifestyle related, and ways to help you win in that area as well. The site there is consumerqb.com, consumerqb.com. And so we don't care if you're climbing a corporate ladder, if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work. This show's for you. We want to entertain, educate, enlighten, engage, and help you sort through a lot of the nonsense out there in the mainstream media, make you just a bit more street smart here with the Quarterback Show. And we got a couple of excellent guests in studio. We also have a caller on the phone calling in. So let's go around the horn here, make our introductions. Angela Tisdale back in studio, expert photographer and owner of Tisdale Photography. Welcome back in.
Thank you for having me. I'm definitely excited about talking about photography and how, buyers can be able to sell their property a lot quicker by having professional photos. Absolutely.
Great earrings today as well.
Thank you.
If you're watching our live stream, you can see that. So if you're watching the live stream on WeBeam TV or maybe from our website, realestateradiotampa.com, you can see our live stream as well. Also back in studio, Mr. Joel Freedman, Two Hungry Dogs. Welcome back in, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We're going to be talking today about just helping some business owners out there who are adding video to their marketing and running into some pitfalls and see if we can help them get it going and doing it better.
That's right. On the marketing side, optimization on YouTube, a lot of cool things happening in video. It's definitely a social media world we live in, so it's very social. We're going to jump into some great content there. Intelligent talk radio, some intelligent folks in studio and on the phones. We're going to go to Teo Leonard as well, calling in, the web design ninja of Tampa Bay. Before we go to that, I want to plug our sponsor, Back in Health Massage. Michael Vogt, big shout out to Michael Vogt with Back in Health Massage, helping people with neck, back, shoulder, hip, and leg pain feel better. He's located on Gunn Highway in Tampa at the intersection of Dale Mabry and Gunn, and he's voted top 10 massage services in Tampa Bay by the readers of the Tampa Bay Business Journal's Best in the Biz Awards. Top 10 massage services in Tampa Bay, as well as a big shout out to the Maids Cleaning Service. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties. Shout out to the Maids. 24-hour 100% satisfaction guaranteed by the Maids. They are referred for a reason. And I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes, here, also the owner of Platinum MVP Realty here in Tampa Bay. And I got a couple of hot listings. Just listed this one a couple days ago, 8156 Causeway Boulevard South in St. Petersburg. And it's right there. Basically, it's in Treasure Island. You go over the bridge and you're in Treasure Island there. But the way that the zoning is set up, it's St. Petersburg address. But it's 8156 Causeway Boulevard. Gorgeous open water views on the extra large wide canal there. Boca Ciega Bay. 3-bedroom, 2-bath property, and it's over 2,100, almost 2,200 square feet. Waterfront beauty here, just listed at $646,000. Great buying opportunity, as well as another beautiful home here that we have up in Corey Lake Isles on the Tampa side. It's Corey Lake Isles, 5 bedrooms, 4-bath at 18003 Cozumel Isle Drive in Tampa. $1.199 million property here. Over 3,700 square feet, and it is a gorgeous, modern, chic style home. And Angela, you actually shot that property too.
Yeah, it's definitely a beautiful property, and just the architecture of the place is just gorgeous. And you could tell that he put a lot of work into that home and designing everything.
24-inch custom tile throughout, like glass tile. I mean, just amazing.
That he imported from Miami is amazing. Just how he got his ideas from going to various hotels, around the world and getting ideas. And he designed the home himself.
Yeah.
And just got inspiration, and everything in there is top notch. It's almost like going inside of a luxury hotel.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Very, very. Interesting home here, infinity edge pool on it, beautiful buying opportunity in gorgeous Tampa Bay.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
All right, let's go to the phones now. I think we got a call in from the web design ninja, Mr. Teo Leonard. Hey, Teo, you there, sir?
Hey, yeah, absolutely, Brandon. How's it going today?
Hey, man, things are great here. And, just wanted to check in with you, see how things are going out there in the web design space. Got a show kind of centered around marketing today. So I wanted to get your point of view on that.
Yeah, absolutely. After building close to 3,300 sites here, something that we've been noticing more just in the last month than normal is the growth on mobile devices. For whatever reason, I mean, we've been seeing growth for the last several years over mobile devices, but now it really has been spiking of late. And I don't know if it's, people prepping for their new iPhone 7s and waiting in line to pre-order tomorrow, or what the deal is. But, on almost all of our sites, we're seeing in excess of 65 to 70% of mobile usage over desktop usage. And that's just created an influx of people calling us going, hey, sites that were made 3, 4, 5 years ago, they're not working for the consumer. And the challenge that comes out of that is not having that phone number click to call and things like that. You're seeing so many lost opportunities by having an outdated site. And the thread we're seeing is people they don't realize the business they're losing by having a site that was built a couple years ago. Unfortunately, it just requires change. You got to keep updating and modifying and adapting to the 21st century.
Yeah, you're ripening or you're rotting. In terms of a business owner, a website strategy these days, especially on the internet. Of course, with the mobile devices rather. So sometimes people try to do the templates, Teo. They'll try to do the template thing and try to save a dime, but ultimately you have the opportunity cost of those people that you're missing.
Well, and that's exactly the case. We have a customer who it's kind of funny. It's a plumber, and for years I don't get much out of my website. And I don't think he's asking the right question. And so we put some tracers on it, and it comes out he's getting 4.3 calls per day.
Wow.
Directly from the website. That's people clicking on the phone number. And prior to that, he was getting a call a week that he could track. And by changing that phone number to click to call and modifying it to mobile friendly, you're getting basically 25 to 30 calls additional a week that you were not getting before. And we're seeing customers, they don't realize that until they make the change. They're like, well, I don't really need to do it. And lo and behold, when they do it, they're seeing a huge success increase. So it's something that's just got to be done.
How do you, what's a strategy that you utilize potentially to implement with either, coming from Pinterest or Facebook, one of these other sites, G+, with your mobile strategy? What's something that you're doing on the web design side, or maybe even talk about security side of it?
On security, things that we do differently is every site that we build, we change if it's a WordPress site, obviously the default is /WP-admin. We always change that just to keep the potential hacks and brute forces away. We also implement a backup strategy where sites like yours that are updated on a regular basis, those backups are occurring on a daily basis so that in the event of a catastrophe, it's easy to restore to the previous day. We also have different tools that we use, and we purchase developer licenses for that so that we are constantly scanning and monitoring the sites for hack attempts and changes and updates so that we can keep everything secure. As far as the mobile stuff goes, or the marketing from social media, we're doing a lot with custom landing pages and custom tracking so that we can see when they're posting on Pinterest and coming back to the site to a certain URL or Facebook ads, et cetera, and we can track how those pages do compared to other pages. And I was working on that about 10 minutes before I called in, where we have 3 different pages. They all have the same message. They just have a different look and feel to them. And we'll monitor that over the next couple of weeks to see how many people actually sign up or request information.
Can you hang on through the break with us, Teo? Hang on with the break, and we're going to come back and follow up on that story. And Tampa City Council gives initial approval on a $906 million budget for 2017. Stay with us. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show and ConsumerQB.com.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show. Former USF football player, played on the inaugural team at USF, and real excited about some of the momentum. Football season's back, things are happening, and we're looking at a 10-win season, hopefully. Some of the fellows are telling me we're going to look good, and we'll see what happens. Real excited about things happening in Tampa Bay. The real estate market's really heated up. Lack of inventory out there. If you're a seller on the fence of selling your property or at least want to know what the value might be, we'd love to help you out with a free comparable market analysis. You can text or call our hotline at 813-917-1894.
Welcome to my house.
813-917-1894. That's our hotline. Call or text anytime. You can also submit the form at realestateradiotampa.com. Just submit the email form there, and we'll make sure we take care of you. And maybe you might be interested in our on-air branding package as a small business owner out there. A lot of cool things happening and ways that we can engage you as a listener of our show. We really appreciate you tuning in. So let's go back to the phones here. We got Teo Leonard on the phone, web design ninja of Tampa Bay, kind of talking about, let's pick up where you left off there, Teo. You're talking about the Facebook, some of the implementation and things happening in that space.
Yeah, absolutely. By building custom pages for marketing, we can track how well those convert and the additional business that just a slight change in message can have on increasing your business and presence on the web. And of course, content is king. And going back to, with Joel that you have there,
yep.
Video is an excellent way to promote and spice up your website and to integrate those videos, as well as with Angela. Quality pictures are the king. You got to have that professional look. It is your advertisement and your entryway that people see when they come to your website. So it makes sense to work with the professionals and get the right presence out there.
That's right. Joel's got
Teo, are you seeing any change in conversion when people are using those videos?
Yeah, absolutely. We did a project about 2 weeks ago, and the difference between having a video and not having a video was about 50%.
Wow.
And so that's something after the show you and I need to talk, because having the right video and portraying that message, people that will engage your visitors when they're on the website for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so important to utilize. Today we have all this technology, and so many business owners just aren't fully utilizing the technology that's available. And it's a lot of times there's multiple reasons why. It's hey, we're too busy, we're focused on things. Maybe it's resistance to change. People don't want to change the way they've been doing things for some years. But let's go ahead, Teo. Give us your parting words of advice, and we'll let you get back. I know you're real busy over there.
Thanks. The parting words of advice are. If your website is a couple years old, call a professional, have them take a look at it, and don't be afraid to change things up, and make sure you just track what you're doing and enjoy the success with your business.
Yeah, and consultations are free, Teo, for you to take a look at people?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can reach us at webdesignninja.com, and we have a contact form, also a phone number you can call, talk to any of our staff, and they're happy to take a look at your site and give you some advice.
Yep, absolutely. Teo, thanks so much. We appreciate you calling. Thanks for all the help on our sites as well, man.
You got it. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful day.
You too. And all of our expert contributors as well are just a reminder at realestateradiotampa.com. Click on the expert contributors tab, and you can see links to all of our 80-plus show partners now, the finest folks in all of Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region of Florida that we've assembled to help you win. And, they're awesome consumer advocates. They are fully vetted, and they do everything that they can to help, help you win out there, help you put that best foot forward as a business owner. And now we're going to switch gears. We're going to talk with Angela here in studio, Angela Tisdale Photography, and an expert contributor in the areas of real estate photography. I also do other types of events and weddings and things like that, I believe, as well.
Yeah, most definitely. One of the things that I've been focusing on is real estate photography and being able to create inspiration with the photos that are listing on the website through MLS or Zillow, and really focusing on helping the seller sell their property a lot faster. One of the biggest things is that photos. We all know marketing is key. You got to be able to market your property, and being able to market it is first impressions, which is having the right photos to be able to sell your property. People, that's the first things that when they go on, online, is that they're looking at the photos. They want to be able to see exactly how the home look, and when they can be able to get an idea of what that house looked by having a picture painted by the photos. The photos is, one of the things that draw people to it. And if you're going to, have like a, photo that you're taking with your iPhone or, not to say that iPhones are getting better with technology. They got the iPhone 7 that's coming out. However, there's a reason why there's, professional photographers out there, because they sell, they understand, composition, they understand color, they understand lighting. All those things are key in, taking a photograph, and being able to be able to know exactly when you walk into the home, what angle to shoot at, what not to have inside, inside of a photo,
Yep.
And most
Just because you got a good pen doesn't mean you can write a novel.
exactly. And that's one of the things that a lot of people think. They think that, hey, well, I just invested in a camera, I can go out in there and shoot, and then you see, things are off, the angle, the lighting is just, dark, and it's, they're using flash, is just, and right now in a lot of these homes, it's natural lighting. I got the opportunity to take pictures of that home in Cozumel, and
Yep.
it's just, it was no flash. It was just all, being able to use the natural light that was already in there to be able to give a real feel. Because people want to, you don't want the pictures to look, too fake. You want the pictures to, to look real, but also have quality photos where, it makes them want to come to the house, versus, or clicking on that, agent's profile to be able to go and say, hey, I want to go and, pursue interest in this home.
On that note, let me ask you, because I know, and I've learned so much over real estate over the last few years, or as far as photography goes. Sometimes you use multiple angles to create one frame, don't you? One picture.
Oh, a panoramic view.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then just the different ways where you might have different light, and then you can kind of come back and create the front view or whichever view it might be.
Yeah, definitely. Being able to, that all comes with, knowing how to edit, the photos. And that's one of the biggest things is, post edit is, now that you've taken that photo, what are you going to do after that?
Right.
And, a lot of people, they take that photo and then they automatically upload it, and it's like, and not realizing that, editing the photos to, spruce it up to, just give it a better look and be able to market it, that home a lot better, will make a world of difference. Studies show that, 61%, of the homes that are photographed by professional photographers, gets 61% more views than just a regular snap.
It's kind of like house staging too. When you stage a house, there's studies out there and statistics that back it up, as well as when the property is actually framed properly. It has the right furniture in place, the right decor.
No, and that's key. Because people, you have a blank canvas. People want, they're the ones. They now are, they want to know exactly how. When they go in that home, how it's going to look.
Right. So some people have no imagination. You got to show them what's possible.
Yeah, definitely. And staging can be a little bit more costly, but hey, you could sell homes that are staged properly and are photographed nicely. They're the ones that sell a lot faster. Yep. You see the homes that with professional photos are typically by the ones the agents who get the better listing. Like you deal with, a lot of $1 million homes, and it's the reason why you have, professional photos that are on your website to showcase your listings.
It's really helped out too, as well as getting picked up on other channels. I can't remember if we spoke about it, but we've got a nationally televised show that picked up a couple of our listings.
Yeah,
and
which is amazing.
One of Victor's up there on Marina.
And,
and so it's going to be on a major network next month. Hopefully next month. I haven't heard back from the producers, but we're really excited about that. It's on a major network. Can't release a whole lot of info about it. But yeah, you're exactly right. You get that first impression, that one chance, and it's either hit or miss, and you want to make sure you hit and you maximize the proceeds on the sale of your real estate. A lot of extra marketing that we do as well with Platinum MVP Realty, Real Estate Quarterback Show, things out there in the marketplace. More exposure equals more profit for you as a seller. And again, as a reminder, if you're a seller out there or even potentially thinking of selling, we'd love to talk to you and at least just go over the numbers with you. It might be a 6-month game plan or 2-year game plan, but we'd love to sit down with you and talk about what the comps are doing, what kind of inventory you have in your marketplace. And it might be a good time to move up, move down, left, right, closer to the beach, whatever your decision is. We'd love to help you with that. And when we come back, we're going to have more from our expert contributors here in studio. We're going to talk more with Angela Tisdale, owner of Tisdale Photography, as well as Joel Freedman. He's the owner of Two Hungry Dogs video production and helping people maximize their marketing efforts on YouTube, primarily on YouTube. And we're going to also touch on this story. Tampa City Council gives initial approval to $906 million budget for 2017. So stay with us. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, realestateradiotampa.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee, giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Real Estate Quarterback Show. Platinum MVP Realty. I'm a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay, featured in Florida Realtor Magazine multiple times, Tampa Bay Business Journal, the Tribune, and most recently, Top Agent Magazine called me up doing an article on me, and it's going to be interesting to see that come out. So real excited about the growth here around the show and also around our brokerage, Platinum MVP Realty LLC. We're looking for agents out there. If you're an agent thinking about maybe making a change, we'd love to talk to you about some of our innovative strategies that we're employing to, help you win. That's the goal of our show. That's our tagline, helping consumers win and helping you win as well.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
This segment is brought to you by MJ Martinez with Advantage Unlimited Investigation, AdvantagePI.com. He's our private investigator partner on the show. Cheaters, child custody, divorce, corporate, insurance, criminals, surveillance, electronic sweeps, background checks. Big shout out to our private investigation partner, MJ Martinez, AdvantagePI.com. And also Smart Move Moving and Storage is the official moving partner of the Real Estate Quarterback Show. Say hello to Hannah and her team over at Smart Move Moving and Storage. And got a couple of hot listings here for this segment. I got 700 St. Petersburg Drive West in Oldsmar. $295,000 for a great opportunity. It's a commercial building here, over a quarter acre, and it's right in Oldsmar. Beautiful Oldsmar, busy corner section at 700 St. Petersburg Drive West. And also got a hot listing out here in East County. It's over in Riverview. It's 13167 Royal Pines Avenue in Riverview. This is Triple Creek is the subdivision, and it is a great buying opportunity. 4 bedrooms, 2 full bath, 1 half bath, $279,000, and it's over 2,562 square feet of living area in beautiful Tampa Bay. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring Mr. Joel Freedman into the conversation here now with Two Hungry Dogs and talking about video optimization, most primarily through YouTube, but kind of off air we were talking about Vimeo and some of the applications there. But what say you, man?
There's a plethora of great platforms out there for putting out your videos out in any way that you want that suits your business and your needs. You know, we focus in our business on YouTube mostly because it gives you the absolute best SEO benefits of anything out there. Basically, the majority of searches are being done through Google. Google owns YouTube. Google's really interested in having videos out there and relevant videos, so they give a little boost to anything on YouTube versus any other platform. However, there's some things that YouTube doesn't do. Like, for instance, you can't really password protect a video on YouTube. Vimeo does give you that option to be able to do that. So that's if that's something that you need for your site or for your video, your message, then that's a great option for you. Facebook is also really pushing hard video right now on their platform, and they really want it to be native. For a long time, we were taking the YouTube videos and embedding them into the Facebook feed. Mm-hmm. Facebook now is really encouraging you to put that up natively directly onto their site. Mm-hmm. And they're kind of giving you some benefits there. Now, the benefits there are, you're right in the news feed. And then the Facebook ads are really exploding right now, especially Facebook video ads.
Right.
They're really, really, really hot. There's a lot of things. And there's plenty of other platforms that you can definitely put things directly on your website and play it from there. It gives you complete control over it. That's a great option. There's places like Wistia that give you a lot of ability to track. YouTube gives you some great ability to track what your analytics and everything. Mm-hmm. Wistia just takes that and it makes it exponential from there.
Nice. What's that called? Wistia?
Wistia.
Okay.
Wistia.com. WSTIA, I believe.
Yeah, and a lot of times when you're creating this great content, a lot of times, it's so important just to get it out to multiple outlets, because some people, it may be something as simple as an Apple user versus a Droid versus a Galaxy, mm-hmm. or it could be that somebody has Bing default on their lookup, their search engine versus Google.
So, some people on Facebook every day, some people on Snapchat, some people on Twitter. If you're only on one platform, you're going to be missing out on some of your audience.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why, with our shows, we always upload them to iTunes. But just recently we said, hey, we got to put them on Stitcher too. It's another area that people can upload to. You might as well do it,
But you also have to really look at what you're doing and what your needs are and where your audience is, because there are so many platforms out there. You can't put it everywhere. You'll just you'll spend too much time. The benefits and the rewards that you get out of trying to get it everywhere.
Yeah,
you're gonna have diminishing returns. So find out where your audience is.
Let's go there, Joel. So you have this video content as a business owner. Yeah, it's great to put it on your website. It's great to answer your frequently asked questions, those types. But if you're putting out content with the intent of creating a call to action or creating a move from the buyer, let's say hey, buy this house or sign up for our free credit package. What are you seeing in that space? I know Facebook's big for that. Call to actions and how to actually get viewers to view and then hopefully, make a call to action and buy that asset or that service.
Well, it's kind of multi-step, and you have to first figure out, why your customer needs your service. Mm-hmm. What is it? Do they have a problem that they're trying to solve? Do they have a pain point that's causing them an issue? Mm-hmm. That's generally why people are going to make a purchase, because they have a problem.
Right.
So what's that problem? And when you can address that problem in the very first thing in your video, which is what we do, you only have 6 seconds.
Right.
To capture somebody's attention. If you haven't convinced them in 6 seconds to keep watching your video, they're gone. They're on to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy fast.
Yeah, it is.
I just one of my clients recently was showing me some of the videos that they had and they'd done. They had an 11-second animated intro into their video. And they had a whole series of like 50 videos there, and each one had the same 11-second animated intro. I'm like, people are never going to get past that.
Yeah.
You got to you got to shorten that down. You got to cut it down. You know, do 1 or 2 seconds, but then get in and tell people why they're there.
Right.
You know, and then, you know, then after you convince people to do that and to stay and convince them that they have a reason to watch the rest. You know, give them all that information, give that valuable content, and you got to ask for the sale.
Right.
You know, tell people what to do next.
Yes.
Yeah.
The subconscious mind is basically you're reaching out and you're going into that subconscious mind. You're saying, hey, here's how it's going to benefit you. Here's what you can do. Free credit package is going to teach you how to opt out of pre-screening, cut off the junk mail, you know, as an example. And
if you're trying to sell your services, we have a program that we use in our marketing, and we tell all of our customers to do this too. That call to action should include a no-brainer offer.
Right.
Okay. And a no-brainer offer is something that if you need this service or you need this product or whatever, if this is an ideal customer for you, they should be like, I'm stupid not to take advantage of that.
Exactly.
Okay, plain and simple. You know, it just get them going, give them something of value, but give them to them in a way that it's just there's no decision. They have to do it.
Yeah, I first heard that a few years ago from, like, I think it was Brendan Bouchard or one of those internet marketers. They're like, you know, they talked about moving the free line. You know how it used to be like a free report. You know, you used to get that free report, right? That was everywhere. So yeah, great point.
And you know, I was going to save this for later, but I'll throw this out there. You know, one of the things that we've done is that we've realized that people are afraid to get started with video. They know they're hearing it every day. You got to start with get video in their marketing. Got to use video. But they don't want to be on camera. They think it's going to be expensive. They think it's going to be time consuming. It's going to be disruptive. So we developed a way to make it very inexpensive and easy to get started using video. We do videos for $97.
Nice.
So
$97 video. If they don't want to be in it, you'll create some type of content.
We have packages where they can be in it, some where they don't have to be in it. But I mean, if you can't spend $97 on your business to get more customers.
Wait, I see what you just did there, Joel. You just did the no-brainer on them.
I did. That's exactly. I'm telling you what it is right there. I'm out in the open there. I'm transparent about it.
Yeah.
You know, we just want people to see the power of video and what it can do for your business.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It's key, and it's really helped me grow my real estate business to this point with the Real Estate Quarterback Show now 3 years, over 3 years now running with the brokerage. You know, we're attracting great quality people like our two examples here in studio, Angela Tisdale, Tisdale Photography, and Joel Freedman with Two Hungry Dogs in studio. We just had Teo Leonard on the phone as well, web design ninja of Tampa Bay. And yeah, it's so powerful to have that video content and to be able to repurpose that throughout your different platforms.
Absolutely. Tell you what, can we up this offer a little bit?
Let's do it.
Let's first person to call in. We're going to give it to them for free.
Okay, we're going to do a free offer.
One free video for the first person to call into the show and
hotline.
say they want to take advantage of the offer.
All right, we got the hotline blinging.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
All right, 813-917-1894 number. First caller is going to get that. So 813-917-1894. You're going to get a free video for your business with compliments of Joel Freedman, Two Hungry Dogs production, and great offer. Thanks for doing that for our listeners as well. We really appreciate our consumer advocates here, our expert contributors. They come in on the show. They take time out of their busy schedules and utilize the platform here to educate our listeners out there and our viewers of our TV show as well. We got the TV show version. You can watch the live stream. And, every now and then we also have these awesome offers that they'll give. William Crowley has a great credit package that he offers as well from time to time, teaching people how to opt out of pre-screening, cut off junk mail. We'll do the free CMA offers as well, let you know what your value is on your property, your number one most important asset most of the time. So we're going to be coming into our lightning round in the next segment, and we're also going to be talking with Tampa City Council. Gives initial approval on $906 million budget in 2017. So, and more from our expert contributors here in studio. So don't touch that dial. You're listening to a Real Estate Quarterback Show, realestateradiotampa.com.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. I'm Brandon Rhymes, your host here, owner of Platinum MVP Realty. And we got a couple of open houses here going on this weekend. We got 414 South Royal Palm Way in Beach Park. Beautiful Beach Park, Florida. 4 bedrooms, 3 full bath, 2 half bath. Got an open house going on Sunday, 1 to 4. And that's over at 414 South Royal Palm Way in Tampa. $1.195 million listing. A gorgeous estate-style home, huge backyard with a estate-style pool and impeccable features, Spanish courtyard entrance, too many upgrades to list. Also have another open house going on at 5722 Tanager Side Road in Lithia. This is a well-priced home out in Fishhawk, 4-bedroom, 3-bath pool home with waterfalls and everything. Beautiful property here, 3,200 square feet. Open house going on Saturday at this one. $459,000, Parkside Village subdivision. Great buying opportunity in Tampa Bay.
No shoes, no shirt, and no problem.
All right, we're back here in studio live from iHeartRadio. Beautiful South Tampa, Florida here, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's your most important hour on the radio, and we're here to help you win no matter what you're facing. Also on the weekends, we have a show on 102.5 The Bone as well. And in studio here with me, I've got Angela Tisdale, Tisdale Photography, expert contributor in the areas of real estate photography and other types of photography as well. And also Joel Freedman with Two Hungry Dogs, video production as well. And before the break, we talked about Tampa City Council gives initial approval to a $906 million budget for 2017. So it's an interesting story here. It talks about how they have the initial approval on the budget, and it's representing something of a breather coming after a series of lean budgets following the recession before some future budgets that could present challenges in the forms of rising health care or pension costs. So property values are expected to rise for the fourth straight year. Just had earlier in the week, we had Hillsborough County property appraiser, Mr. Bob Henriquez, my friend and longtime pillar of the community, former Tampa Catholic football coach, coached us actually in the semifinals of the playoffs back in the day, back in '95. And, so we're talking about rising values here in Tampa Bay. $35.5 million makeover of Julian B. Lane, Riverfront Park. A lot of positivity, a lot of good things happening. Interesting in this story, it also notes, it says the average Tampa house is assessed at $154,699 for tax purposes. So right at $155,000 for tax purposes. That's the assessed value, which actually trails behind about 9 months, 12 months or so on values. That's why a lot of times people wonder, well, why is my assessed value less than what the actual value is? And I say, hey, that's nothing to complain about. That's less taxes you're going to be paying. So, but an interesting story. Tampa Bay's, a lot of good things happening. The credit rating for Tampa Bay is, we just read in a previous show last week, we talked about a AA rating, AA plus actual rating for the city bond. So it was really good things happening in Tampa Bay. Real excited. A lot of good growth, and we're real excited about the show growth. Let's go ahead and jump into our lightning round. All right, lightning round. Quick tips, consumer advocate tips, things to do, things to avoid. Angela, you're up first.
One of the things that I would say is for the agent is one thing to avoid is to put down the cell phone and allow yourself to be able to maximize your time by hiring a professional photographer to do things that you can't do. The agents have a lot of things that they're tackling on with trying to get the selling, the marketing, and everything, the other aspects. So it's better to maximize your time by outsourcing the other things such as the photography, the videography to the professionals.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the areas in business as well. That the sooner, let's say people start off the year and they say, hey, I want to make $100,000 this year. If you break that down into an hourly, I think it's something like $50 an hour, $100 an hour. I can't recall. So when you break it down, if it's
actually, because I was going to talk about that. If you want to make $100,000 as a business owner, you're only going to take home about a third of your revenue.
Yep.
So you have your business has to be making $300,000, which means that's $168 an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so 168 is how much?
Allows you. That's about $300,000 a year. But like I said, the business owner will take about $100,000 of that, about a third.
Yep.
So if you're not if you're not making $160 every hour, working 40 hours a week, then you're not going to make that $100,000 goal.
Yeah.
So you need to take that and spend the money to let somebody who can do the video, the photography, whatever is in your business that's not your core business,
Yeah.
You know, let somebody else do that, and you handle what brings in your revenue.
That's exactly my point. You jumped me. You got my point right there. No, it's perfect. I'm glad you did. So, cause
I was already prepared to talk about that actually. So,
I mean, that's exactly what happens as entrepreneurs, as business owners. We sometimes it's hard for us to let go and allocate those other tasks. And you know, something like photography, it's so important because you know there's expertise involved with it as well.
Art. Yeah, it's an art. You know, and you got to have an eye for it. So being able to have, you know, not everyone has an eye for, you know, photography. So being able to, you know, hire someone who does, it makes a world of difference.
All right, Joel, consumer advocate tips, things to do, things to avoid.
The other thing I'm going to say, my wife came to me with one of her friends is doing a multi-level marketing, and she challenged herself to do a video every day for the next month, right? And she's like, you know, you should do that too. I looked at it, I was like, I cannot make a video about how to make a good video, because now I can make a video showing how somebody else makes a good video, or I can have somebody else make a video about me making a good video, but it takes two people. You got to have somebody in front of the camera and somebody behind it. Otherwise, you're compromising, and it's not going to look good.
Yeah, and I've got an interesting example here as well, kind of on the same theme. But you know, how does a vulnerable human being tame a vicious lion? You know, think about it. When you see this, you think, wow, how does a human being do this? So what it is when you see the bar stools, the four stools, the lion sees the four legs of the bar stool as an actual threat. So he sees four threats coming him, and it leaves him dumbfounded. And it's indecision that's caused by paralysis. And a lot of times when they're looking at the analysis side of that, and you know, I think it's on as well the same example, the same theme is, you know, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, focus on your vital few. You know, what are the 3 or 4 things that you can focus on and get better at? Hone in those skills, practice those skills, read books, podcast on how to improve whatever area it is, you know, for real estate, it might be prospecting, it might be pitching a listing or negotiating a sale. So those are things that you want to focus on and allow these other things that fall outside of that. That's going to be an area where you're going to outsource that and maybe bring in someone that you can pay, an hourly fee and allow them to do that. So let's go around the horn again, Angela. Parting words of advice, consumer advocate tips.
One of the best things that I would say is just, kind of piggybacking on what you said is, focusing on, your expertise and learning everything that you possibly can about what you do. And that's how, you're going to get better. You're going to get better at your craft and be able to, get at that target number at, $100,000 a year to, allow yourself to be able to outsource to others so that you can be able to maximize your time. It takes money, you got to spend money to make money.
Yeah,
and
invest
that's the key.
It back in yourself. One of the oldest principles is biblical. It's, it's investing into, your religion or your church, taking the 10% off the top, giving it back to feed homeless or to feed, to give back. So take that next 10% or start with 5% or 3% and invest in yourself. Then you're going to be able to improve yourself. You're going to be able to increase the amount of revenues that you're creating year from year, and then you can be more charitable with it, and you can be, it's a constant cycle of investing in yourself and growing. Joe?
Make the choice to do something today. You have choices every day. Make that choice. You're going to make a commitment. You're going to do it. You're going to follow through and get it done.
That's right. Yeah, it's got to come within. It's got to come from within you. How many times you hear the example of, I wish my brother would quit smoking, or I wish the thing is they don't care. They don't want to smoke. They enjoy the nicotine that they get from the cigarette more than you care about them passing away early or contracting lung cancer. So it's got to come from within. That's exactly right, Joel. So as a business owner, we want you reaching out to our expert contributors. We want to help you win no matter what you're looking to do out there. We've got a lot of resources available for you, and as a consumer as well. It's a crazy world. You look at, there's so much commission-based advice out there as consumers, and it's confusing. There's a lot of reasons why that you want to have a consumer advocate on your team, and that's what we want to be for you. We want to be that quarterback on your team. We want to quarterback these transactions, quarterback these introductions to the finest folks in all of Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region that we've assembled. We've got 7 or 8 attorneys on our staff. We've got CPAs, financial advisors, credit experts, mortgage partners, home inspectors, right on down the line, home construction, interior design. Check out our website, realestateradiotampa.com. Click on the Expert Contributors tab. You can also see a plethora of resources available on our YouTube channel that's professionally managed by Joel and his team, Two Hungry Dogs Productions. That's a great job optimizing those videos for us, helping us to maximize, the content that we've already created. And we're real excited about our partners, things happening in the Tampa Bay community, a lot of growth expected with the Tampa Bay market, Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, great place to live, work, and play. And we're real excited about things happening out there. And we want to thank you for listening, viewing, tuning in to the show. I want to thank Angela Tisdale Photography for coming in as well. Nuggets of advice for our listeners out there, as well as Joel Freedman, Two Hungry Dogs Productions here in Tampa Bay. And thanks for that offer again as well. And we want you as a listener to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. It might be something as simple as packing up some leftover food, handing it to a homeless person on the side of the road, or maybe buying a cup of coffee for a serviceman or woman. But stay with us. We're going to see you next week, or tomorrow night, same time and place. Don't touch that dial. We'll see you next time. Bye.